Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is our first lab, that is Introduction to Remote Sensing. We will follow a timeline as importance of remote sensing, the remote sensing software. We will get an introduction to a software called as IRDAS Imagine, right? And then we will perform a basic lab in IRDAS Imagine, and then we will be finally concluding our lab section. Now, importance of remote sensing, as we know that with the evolution of satellite technology, unmanned aerial vehicles, drones, aerial aircrafts, so acquiring of data about Earth, that became easy. We have seen various applications of remote sensing in news and in other forms, that using satellite images we can find out sensitive information about the earth, right? So if you have a high resolution imagery, you can find various types of information updation in an area, right? For example, if you have a Landsat image and you want to monitor the forest change in the previous 10 years, so using the images, satellite images, one can easily find out how the forest has been changing in the previous 10 years. Similarly, if you want to study about buildings, how in a city, the urban area or the buildings, they have evolved over time, in what direction the change is being occurring, and can we predict some future change based on these predictions. So this is an application of remote sensing. In water studies, you can perform different types of application. You can see the change in the extent of the river in this process. So the remote sensing, it has tremendous application almost in every sector: defense, urban planning, government sectors. Almost in every field you will find the application of remote sensing, and using satellite images one can perform wonders. You can use the satellite imagery to do anything you want, to find out any hidden information, uh, right? One famous that is that you can find some military sites, or you can find even with the high resolution the movement of the troops, right? That can be found by the remote sensing. Now there are many remote sensing softwares. Some are commercial, some are freely available. Famous is IRDAS Imagine, Enmi, and you have many other tools. OSIM, that is an open source remote sensing software, and many other remote sensing softwares you have. We will be focusing more in this course on IRDAS Imagine, right? So we will be starting our lab. The first step what we have to do is to install the IRDAS Imagine, and once your software is installed, you just have to go and click on this IRDAS Imagine 64-bit. Once you click on this IRDAS Imagine, this type of window is going to appear, right? Now in this lab what we will be following is some basic tools. In this file section, home, manage data, raster, vector, terrain, toolbox, help, we will see one by one what each of these tool does. But the first thing is to download any satellite imagery from a site named as USGS Earth Explorer, right? Or there are many other sites. You download a satellite imagery. We will learn later how to download the satellite imagery and incorporate or add that imagery in IRDAS Imagine environment. Right now, what you have to do is to just right click in this 2D view and select open raster layer, right? In this raster layer you have to browse to your folder where your data has been placed, right? So you can open any data which is available. For example, I have this TM00 imagery, right? I just click it OK. Now this imagery will be displayed over here. Okay, this is some satellite imagery, right? We don't know what sensor is it is, which satellite we capture downloaded from. Just we are getting familiar with the basics of this software. So once I edit this imagery, it is displayed over here, right? So the basic thing is to just you can zoom in and zoom out, right? you can zoom into any section. For example, I zoomed to this section and I saw that this is some water that is passing through here, right? Similarly, you can zoom out. Now, zooming in and zooming out is the basic tool. Similarly, you can pan across your imagery. Okay, now these are some basic operations: zoom in, zoom out, panning, previous extent, right? And other tools, they are inquire tool and measure tool. Let's use the measure tool. Okay, here it is. Now, for example, it's if you want to select a point, line or polygon, let's select a polyline and just calculate the length of this line which is passing through the river. So it says that the length is 17578.22 meters, right? So similarly, you can find ellipse, its area, other. You can change the units as well from here. So these are some basic tools that you can use with the uh, imagery, right? So if you look at this imagery, I can see that the river is passing or there is some type of flood. So the water is along the sides of river as well. It may be some cloud. The red area, we are not clear with what it is, right? So this is the basic thing, that add an imagery in ADAS Imagine, just zoom in, zoom out, pan across it, and measure some information. Now the next thing which we need to know is to get to the this image information, metadata. Metadata is basically defined as the data about data. If you click on this metadata tab, a window like this will open. Now this window displays you the information of about this imagery. Now in this general section, you can see that this information is given. It has 6 layers or 6 bands. Its file size is 29 MB, width and height, and other information is given. And there is some statistical information. We will see that what minimum, maximum, mean, median, mode it shows. And this is extent of the imagery, that it has upper left coordinate, right coordinate, the unit is in meter, the projection information that is given. Now you can see the projection defined over here as well, and you can see the histogram. Okay, let's come to the pixel data. Now this imagery, if you start from here, it is composed of rows and columns, and in each row and column intersection, which is basically a cell, there is a DN value or the reflectance value. A satellite has recorded for this cell, right? We already know the process, that when a sunlight, it strikes an object, and after striking an object, it is reflected back. The sensor records that reflection. So that reflectance is basically noted here, 68. For example, this location 0,0, this reflection value is 68, right? Similarly, you can see that you have 6 layers, 6 bands. For example, this is the blue band or red band, whatsoever it is, we don't know right now. This is second band, this is third band. So in each band, we can see that there is a reflection value displayed over here. So this is the basic of image metadata, that your band information, in this your band information, you can see that whatsoever your reflectance values are. Now if you want to see this minimum 32, it is basically showing that how much of these values, what is the minimum pixel value of layer 6, that is 32, maximum 103, mean 62, median, mode, and the standard deviation of all these values, skip factor of 577 and skip factor y 577. Skip factor means that how much while taking these noting these value, how much skip has been made in these values, right? Okay, it has some upper extent, lower extent. The pixel size is 30 meter by 30 meter, right? It's x 30 y 30. So this is a basic. Now once when we are clear with some basics, let's remove this data now. Here you can see the remove layer, and you can click on this and the layer will be removed. Right now let's add some other data set by browsing to our folder. For example, we have some data here. I have a lot of images available. You can just click on any. Okay, here I have an image named as Kola Ichnos 2000 multispectral image. Now once you are adding the data, you can note that there is a second option called as raster option. Let's click this raster option. Now here you can display your color, true color, and if you click on pseudo, there will be only one layer. You can click on grayscale, only one layer. You can click on relief as well. So true color, you can change different combinations over here. What this combination means, here the red is the monitor's red gun, monitor's green gun, and the monitor's blue gun. You are assigning which band to be displayed by the red gun, right? So if you want, for example, your fourth band is NIR band. If you do not have understanding of the band, just keep in mind that these are different. Your information about the earth is captured in different bands. In this image you can see that we have almost 4 bands, right, in Kola Ichnos. In the last image we used, we had 6 bands. So you can change the band combination, for example 3 2 1. So first band, it will be displayed in the blue gun, the second band will be displayed in the green gun, the third band that will be displayed in the red gun, right? So here you can click fit to frame, and you can click OK. Now there are other options, multiple independent images, they can be opened, but mosaic that will be used in the uh, fourth or fifth lab, and visual stack that will be used later. So just click OK. Now this image is displayed over here, right? So first thing, just click fit layer to window, so that if the image is not fitted, right, you can click fit layer to window to adjust it to the screen. And the next thing is to go to the metadata tab again and see what information is available for this image. It takes couple of seconds to open the metadata. Okay, here we have the metadata. We can see that it has 4 layers. We can see the information all which we have discussed previous. We can see the coordinates, histogram, pixel data, right? So this image has the minimum 256, maximum 1126, and it has 4 layers, right? Now the next thing is to we change the band combination there. Go to the multispectral tab, right, and you can change the band combination from here as well. 4 3 2. So the color has been changed now. So you can change different combination based upon what features are highlighted in each combination. For example, if I want to extract forest here, so I can use 3 to 1. If I see that 4 3 2, it can be used but not very clear. Can use 4 2 1. So just by changing the combination, your image display will be changed, right? So once you have band information, then in the coming lab we will clearly see that what 3 to 1 means, what natural color is, what false color is. This is the basic, so just keep on changing and visualizing. Okay, the next thing is to display the attribute table. If you click on this, here the attribute table will be displayed. That in row 0 your value 51 is repeated 1 times, 56 is repeated 0 times values, and their histogram is shown, right? So this is a basic attribute table which we have seen in metadata tab. Just put it down right over here, click fit layer to window again. So we are clear with the basics now. Zooming in, zooming out, panning. Okay, the next thing here is to add a view. Just click on create a new 2D view, right? And here, now instead of one view I have two views. If I want to remove this layer, just right click and uh, select clear view. From here, image will be removed. Now let's add some other images and see how this works. Okay, I have here 2000 A image or 2008 image. Let's try this one, 2000 image. Okay, fit layer to window, here it is, right? In the next, I am opening another image, that is 2010 image. Right, so these are two images of the same area. One is of 2000 and the second one is of 2010. So they can be viewed over here in the two views. Now you can use the link view option. Your two views will be linked. Now once your views are linked, you can use the inquire tab, right? Just click on fit to frame. Okay, bring this cursor over here. Now once your views are linked, you can use the inquire to see the change. Now this is very important. For example, if you want to see here, right, and let's zoom to here. Now at this cursor, whenever you are moving this cursor, the second cursor will be moved along, right, because the views are linked. In this way you can find the change, what was in 2000 imagery, what was at this pixel location, and in 2010 what feature is in this pixel location. Just click on this. Now here you can see you have the band values, right? In 2000 image, for example, here you have a band value of 105. Now let's click on the second one, 2010. So here you have a value of 140. So it means your value in band 1 has shifted from 140 105 to 140, right? So in this way you can perform a simple change detection by linking the viewers, right? So just close it down and come back to this inquire again. Similarly, if you do not have a linked view, you can simply click on this inquire. You can move it along and see what value is at each location. For example, at this location, what is the value in layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, and so on. So this is the basic of inquiring. Okay, let's come back to home and close it. Okay, the next thing what we are going to do is to use the basic tools that are swipe tools. Okay, I have opened 2000 and 2010 imagery over here. If I uncheck 2010, you can see that it is my 2000 imagery, and above it is my 2010 imagery. In 2000 I can see the extent is greater, and in 2010 I can see the extent is less, right? You can have your own data set or some other data set. What is important to use is the swipe tool. This tool allows you to view the overlaying layers, right? So if here we have opened this swipe tool, just start it, and you can see that the transition is displayed, right? How the river width or the flood extent we can visualize, right? We can just pass it here and move it by holding this cursor here, and see that how the flow of river is changing, right? Similarly, we have the other option of blend. Just click it, and similarly we have the option of flicker that displays you display the view of the two, right? So this is the way how to view the two overlaying layers in ADAS Imagine. So till here we have got some basic idea of adding image layer using the inquire tool and to see how what is the information being displayed, and we have seen how to use the measure tool and fit to frame, zoom in, zoom out, panning, adding the two views, right, and linking the views and performing some change views and using the swipe tool till here, and we have used the multispectral. So this is the basic of ADAS Imagine. Get yourself familiar till here and then we will be moving on, right? Thank you.